sees my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are here.
Hi guys, my name is Guy. Welcome back to my channel. But before I jump into this little story time, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and comment down below. So guys, have you ever had a crush that would leave you alone for some reason? Well, I had a crush. His name was let's call him Bill. Right, Bill. So we're gonna go with Bill for now on, but that's not his name. So there was this guy that used to attend my school, and he just wouldn't leave me alone for some reason, and he's always stare at me and just keep calling my name. And I remember that guy used to always sit in class, and he'd be like, just always stare at me like all the time. So I was like, what is the problem? There's other girls in the class. Why is it that you always choose me to, like, you know, be the one that you have to have this crush on? So day by day he used to like stare at me, call my name. And when I said call my name, I mean like he would like slowly call my name. And he'll be like always around his desk, like instead of he do his schoolwork, he's just sitting there staring at me. So there was this one day my teacher saw what was going on, because at that point everyone know that he took a liking to me and he has a crush on me. So my teacher was like, well, Bill, aren't you gonna do your schoolwork? Why are you staring at why are you staring at her like that? Sorry, why are you staring at her like that? So he wouldn't say nothing. He would just take his little time and turn around with his hand at his jaw, doing what he does best. So another time I was like sitting around my desk and the class wasn't in session, so he was just sitting there and just staring at me. So I would never look his direction because I wasn't interested in him, and he wasn't my type. He was short, but he wasn't ugly. But you know, when you don't like someone, in your eyesight he's ugly and there's nothing that is attractive about the person, that's when you don't like a person. So but the thing is that it's not a fact that because he was short why I never liked him. I just never liked him because he just chose me to just always, you know, stare at. And so he will try to give like a look at eye-to-eye contact, and I wasn't having it because, like I said, I wasn't interested in him, and I wouldn't give him my time of day to like even bother to even look his way. Besides, at that time, you know, I never really have no interest in anyone at the time either. So for him to even look at me that way, I wasn't having it. So there was this one day now, he decided he's gonna get up and he's gonna touch me. Do you hear what I said? Touch me. So he slowly get up out of his seat. So I was like, I hope he's not gonna pass or either call my name or even touch me. For that particular day, as I was thinking it, that was the same thing that happened. So he get up out of his seat and he will slowly walk by, and as he reached to me, he touched me. Oh my God, it was the worst thing he could have ever done. For that moment I wanted to go home and scrub my skin, but that wouldn't happen anyway because like school was in session. There was no particular way I could just take the day off to go home and just get a bath. So for the whole day I felt uncomfortable just because I could still feel that touch that he actually had passed and he had touched me. So for the whole day I just feel disgusted. I felt annoyed because I just didn't like him. I It was just like it was very creepy, and I don't know why he have to choose to like for me to be the one that he took a liking to. So I wasn't having it. So that guy used to always be good at attendance. That guy never missed school, not even for a day. He came to school each and every day. Sometimes I'll be praying for him not to come school just to miss school or miss class. He's great at attendance. He always come to school. His attendance was like perfect. So I'll be like praying, oh my God, please God, don't let him come to school today. I can't be bothered with him. I can't take the way he will stare at me because for me, I'm not like the prettiest girl in the class. And I was like, why is it not corresponding with them? And why he chose for me to be the one that he would take a set on. So here's the thing. Every different school term, or should I say, every school term of a begin of another school year. Guys, listen to me when I said this guy used to always, I repeat, always choose the same classes that I took. I don't know if he do it on purpose or that is just a class that he end up in just as me. So I was just annoyed at that point because I was like, why every classes that I took, he is always in all of those classes. So I was annoyed, and that continued until I reached my senior year. He was no longer like he had end up no longer end up in the class that I was in. Not even one of my class, not even one. I was so glad. I was so happy at that point that I really, really, really escaped him. So for that moment for me, it was like, oh my God, it was like great. And it was like there was nowhere in hell where, like I said, he would ever get that chance with me. I wasn't attracted to him in any way. I didn't like him. I didn't like to see him. Well, it makes no sense reporting it to the teachers because they're not going to say anything more than, they're going to, he just like you and that's all. It's innocent. I didn't like it for one bit. So, there was this new girl in school and, he tried to get with her, but I don't think she either liked him that way at all. And, he will be like hanging around her, staring at me like, come on. I'm not gonna get jealous, dude. I don't like you in that way. I was hoping she would like him enough for him to just leave me alone. Get lost. Don't looking at me while you're talking to her. Appearance, but that didn't work out quite as well because he was just doing it to just try to make me jealous or try to make me like him because okay, I saw a girl that as pretty as you, so you know you will finally get my attention because you see me hanging around with somebody else. I didn't care. I didn't care for 1 second what he does, who he hangs around with. I was just over it. So the next school term, I realized that same guy was in my class again. I was like so disgusted. I was so like disgusted. I was like, why me? Why do I end up back in class with this dude that is gonna nag me, bug me, call my name every day, and just creep me out? Anyway, mm, little did I thought I was stuck with that dude. I don't know if he just purposely, you know, pass for the classes that I'm in. I don't know, but I think he was stalking me and he was just purposely being all the classes that I took and all the classes that I was in. So, like I said, that continued for a period of time until it's like my senior year now, where finally this dude wasn't in the same class that I was in. I was like, thanks be to God, he's no longer hanging around me, bothering me, and pestering me for the whole time. So, yes, and it was like quite a trip with him, and he was very nagging. I hate the way he even called my name. I hate the way he will stare at me. I hate the way he will find the courage to touch me without, you just touch somebody without their consent. And for the fact that I don't think that I could what's the word I'm looking for? I don't think I could ever report him. Not that I want to either. I just wanted him to just leave me alone, make me be. There's other girls in the school. There's other girls in the classroom. And like I said, I didn't like him for some reason. I hate his face. I hate I hate his voice. I hate his whole appearance, and I could stand. I really could stand him. But he was never rude to me. He was always like respectful, and he wasn't the type to like really pass his place. But I just never liked him. I just never liked him, right? And for me, I always attracted to older guys. I never liked guys my age nor younger. I liked older guys because um at the time I thought that older guys was more like mature, and they would know how to treat a woman. So in school, younger guys never attracted me because even back in high school, um, when I was like a ninth grader, I was attracted to the 11th grader. So I realized at that moment in time and that point that I really like older guys. And till this day, I'm that type of a gal to just, you know, attracted to older guys and more interact with older guys, but never a guy my age. And you know, there is there was not a chance in guy would get a chance with me. Not that I'm better than him or anything, or that I'm acting like I'm better than him or anything. I just didn't like him. He wasn't ugly, but you know, because you don't like somebody, to you, everything about them is ugly, unattractive, and just, you know. So I was just annoyed. So, you know, I was so glad when I did not end up in no more classes with him. And by the time, like I said, I reached senior year, he was rushing me no more because he started to feel himself. And at the point that he see that I wasn't interested in him, and he tried for years, and he see that there was no connection, he was just wasting his time. So he just finally leave me alone. Trust me, that was the most happiest day of my life. Trust me, I repeat, the happiest day of my life. So, um, like I said, the if you ever have a school crush and you don't know how to deal with it, just ignore it. Just ignore the fact that you know the person is just bothering you or annoying you and you don't know how to deal. They will eventually just leave you alone, give up, and found somebody else, and or get a boyfriend. That maybe that is the quickest way to meet them. Just leave you alone, goodbye to you. So yeah, that is the most better way to go about it than insult the person that haven't been rude to you, that that is nice to you in an annoying way. But you know there's other ways to deal with things than insult somebody because you just don't like them. And if you don't want to report them, like I said, just try to deal with it in your own way. And you know time will just pass, and that person just will just eventually just leave you alone. And so the um just ignore them, just ignore them. And it will pass, it will pass. And in time, you and that same person can even become friend in the end, because sometimes you don't like someone, and in the end you and them end up becoming the closest friend. And but if not, just be courteous to like people that hasn't been rude to you or haven't insulted you in any way, or so yes. So that is the end of my story time. Please remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment below, and I'll be back with more videos like these. If you like, just drop a comment and tell me what do you want me to talk about in my next story times. Ciao.